Dowsett, and Rose came into the weigh-ins last night, and he was kind of beat. He had been sick all week, but you know he was better, but he had been sick all week, so I think it kind of drained him. I mean, do you go ahead and take a fight if you've been sick all week?
Well, it's a tough one. I know you probably shouldn't, but as a fighter, you've trained so hard and you've done so much into it. It's probably not gonna stop it at that point. Like I've done too much work. I've put too much invested into. I'm going through this fight. So, you know, it depends on the magnitude and the level and everything. But you know, usually a guy is gonna take the fight as long as they're not sick that day.
Okay, well, let's see if Levi Rose can get over his sickness and make a fight out of it.
All right, fight fans, here we go. Our next fighter fighting out of the Integrated Academy blue corner. He is a freestyle fighter with a record of 3-0. Standing 5'8", weighing 136.4 pounds. Fighting for Team Area 52, he's sponsored by Sandifer Automotive and Mark Morgan, personal trainer. Out of Muncie, Indiana, here comes Levi Rose. And his opponent, fighting out of the street named red corner. He is a freestyle fighter with a record of 1-3. Standing 5'6", weighing 135.4 pounds. Fighting for Team Hold Down out of Connorsville, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Justin Distraction Dowsett.
Justin Dowsett out of Connorsville, Indiana. Actually hometown to my wife. Small town near Richmond on eastern Indiana.
Right. And Levi Rose, he's a friend of mine. I met Justin a couple times, but Levi's a friend of mine, well-conditioned fighter, great guy, great family. He was actually supposed to fight in January, Sean, and I think his opponent either backed out or no show.
That's what I heard. Well, I mean, he's coming from a great facility up there in Muncie, Area 52 with Scott Sandifer and Casey Dyer.
Levi is a good athlete. Look at him. He's got his hands down. There we go. And again, he needs to be on the ball of his feet.
To close the ground.
Oh,
good takedown defense by Levi Rose.
Sean, earlier when we were talking about people's records.
Oh, big knee to the side there.
Talking about people's records and staying in the game or deciding to leave. Justin is 1-3.
Yes,
he is. He does look like an aggressive fighter and a guy that knows his stuff. It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out because Levi's 3-0.
He is. So you would think those records are practically flip-flopped. But 4 fights in the cage, you know, that gives Justin some experience, and that's what he needs against a guy like Levi. See, these 135-pounders, they're amazing because they're so incredibly quick. And because they cannot rely...
Look at that, he's hooking the leg with his right hand, too. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Because they cannot rely on, you know, some of the big heavy hits that you see out of the welterweights, light heavyweights on up, sometimes you just see a more skilled athlete. You know, they have to be more skilled.
Well, Justin, I met him at the weigh-in, and Justin was an interesting guy because he's very quiet, very polite, which all these fighters are. They're good people. But you would not think of him as a fighter.
Right.
He had a baggy shirt on, and now you see him out here, and he is holding his own.
Picking him up and slamming.
Yeah.
Levi Rose.
Well, Levi's strong.
He is a strong 135-pounder, yeah. Well, I mean,
I was kidding with him, and I said he needs to do an ab commercial. You know what I mean?
Dowsett's looking for that arm bar. He's holding on to it. He's taking some punishment, but he seems to be fine. He seems to be perfectly fine. Dowsett in the red gloves. And Levi Rose in blue gloves on top.
He let go of the. He had a chance to look like the crank in.
Big hits by Levi Rose. Dowsett's in a little bit of trouble here, Chris. What's he going to do?
I think he's going to be patient.
Yeah. Well, his name is Destruction. You hear his corner over there just talking to him, encouraging Justin to keep moving.
Good guys. Look at that. Just wrapping his legs around. Just look.
Well, he's controlling him. He's got him in his
You know, and again, we talk a lot about striking. We talk a lot about the arm bar position. But even look at his feet. The feet aren't always kicking. You and I know that. But he's using his feet to push off, to leverage, to all kinds of things. He's still busy with his feet.
He is.
While wrapped up.
He's got what we call, Chris, good kinesthetic awareness. That's my next big word of the day. And it's kinesthetic awareness. And what that is you can feel your opponent. You can tell where they are, and you can adjust yourself to put yourself in a dominant position or into a defensive position just based on feel. Being a fighter will take the gas out of you as fast as anything physically. The more frustrated you get, the more tense you get, the more energy you expend. So being loose and relaxed. Oh, not quite sure what happened there. He kicked and he either fell down to the ground or slipped.
He, overcommitted to the kick, saw the ruch, and he slid
He just kind of dripped. Yeah, he got, or Dowsett just kind of.
It almost looked like
dropped himself down.
He was looking for a takedown with his legs, but look at him. He is busy.
He's very busy. Again, it's that jiu-jitsu half guard controlling. Open guard, now going into the half guard.
Effective to your opponent to see you over there with lots of energy and ready to go to the next round. That can take a toll on your opponent too.
Most definitely.
But I think his energy was legit. It was real energy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him going. He's working. Levi's a strong guy. He really is. And I know the people he spars with and rolls with. He's a strong guy.
I tell you what, he's got the coolest name too, Levi Rose.
Levi Rose.
You know,
Levi Guns N' Roses.
That's right. He's named after Guns N' Roses and a pair of jeans. That's some good stuff. No, he's got a cool name. Sounds like a movie star, Levi Rose. Chris Cones, Levi Rose. A lot of action here on the ground.
Thanks for the plug. I can't really relate it all, but thanks for the plug.
Well, you see Justin is very active from underneath. He's using that, what we call open guard. He's trying to bring his legs up high, looking for the submission.
And Levi never got, so far, hasn't really gotten a good mount.
Right. He's looking for that armbar, or triangle, obviously. Levi's doing a good job of defending that open guard of Justin Dowsett. But at the same time, Dowsett is completely neutralizing Levi's ability to throw any strikes, any ground and pound.
You know, we were talking about jockeying for position on the stand-up, but you even look, Justin's constantly got his hands maneuvering underneath and around and up and over and around and underneath, moving his feet, and that is the brilliance of jiu-jitsu.
It is. It really is. Coming across, looking for that armbar, trying to get his left hip out. If he's got to hold that arm, can't tell from here, he's going to have a hard time. Levi's got both of his arms locked together. It's going to be a hard sell if.
And that's a strong defense.
It is a good defense. He's got to just slide that right arm out, Levi Rose, to get it out of jeopardy. Boy, Justin Dowsett has just been so patient from the bottom. I don't think he's going to have enough time in this round to get this submission attempt off, but he's worked for it.
And notice Levi to diffuse it just by sitting
Big punches by Levi Rose. Ending strong in this round.
Oh, whoa. Look at that.
Oh, do you see him duck over? You cannot kick a down opponent, so.
Kids, close your eyes.
Keep it camouflaged.
Keep it in. There we
go.
Again,
Justin Destruction Dowsett in the red gloves against Levi Rose out of Muncie, Indiana in the blue gloves.
Oh. See,
Dowsett covers up really well after those strikes. Yep.
Yeah, look at that. So those punches have lost a lot of steam. It's not really effective when you just lean your punch out there. This is Levi's chance because I do think that Justin is kind of frustrated. Look at that. He's got his right arm around, could possibly slide under and position himself for a choke.
Right. Well, it was really almost as if Dowsett was trying to pull guard there. I'm not sure if he got taken down or if he wanted to go down. He seems to be very content being on his back, looking for the submission. But the end of round 2, Levi, within the last 10 seconds, got the upper hand and was raining down some punches. So Justin's got to be careful here if he's going to work off his back.
I think, Justin's had a lot of energy, but I think now, he's going to rely a lot more on his ground game, he does look exhausted too.
Yeah, this is a grueling match. This is an absolute grind.
But you know, again, knowing Levi, both these fighters are strong, but Levi really is a strong person, pound for pound. So Justin staying in there and fighting and mixing it up with him, this is another great matchup.
Like you say, you cannot judge a book by its cover. You said you met Justin at weigh-ins the other night.
Mild manner, very calm.
And he's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah. Kind of like Scott Rainey.
Yeah, Scott Rainey is
a
heck of a fighter, mild-mannered. He packs a punch.
He packs more than that. I ain't going to tell you what the women say because he's married.
For those who don't know, Scott Rainey is our director, producer, be-all, end-all editor.
My friend, not
MMA,
yours.
and absolutely not my friend. And we're hoping to get him into...
This is a dangerous position, Sean.
Yes, it is.
Very dangerous. And again, explain why it's dangerous for a fighter to expose his back.
I mean, right there, you get hit upside the head. You cannot punch in the back of the head, so he's punching to the temple.
When you've got your back exposed and your guy's mounted on your back, you're not seeing where the punches are coming. You got to try to sense it.
See, this is bad because
look at that.
Justin Destruction Dowsett's got his hooks in. That's when he's got his heels in and locked in. It's going to be hard for Levi to buck him to get him off. So he's working the rear naked. He's bringing that arm around.
Look at that.
He's just going to be patient. He's got 30 seconds to do something.
Hooking the heels. We're going to have to throw Nichols' cowboy hat in the ring there.
And those punches are designed to just look at that. Raining down some strong blows.
Yeah. And Levi didn't get those covered up in time.
No. Dowsett is making this fight his. I think if it goes to decision, what it looks like it's going to.
Justin has been consistent fighter. And,
there
we go.
Big swings and misses. He connected. He's connecting with the few, though.
Wow.
Strong finish.
And look at him. WWF pull themselves. Indy MMA, we've kept it classy here. I really like what's going on.
I do, too. And you know, you'll see in some of these replays as you watch him just, you know, Justin Destruction Dowsett kind of living up to his name. Just very, very comfortable on his back. Levi, maybe, like you said, maybe the stronger physically of the two, but certainly from a conditioning standpoint, I think as the fight progressed, it just kind of wore him out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to talk to Levi and see what could possibly be going on because he really did look fatigued.
Yeah, he is fatigued now.
And again, just because the guy's got a strong metabolism or a good build doesn't mean that he's conditioned completely or there might be something going on. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, what blows my mind is these fighters, sometimes they cut 15, 20 pounds in just a matter of days in preparation for these fights.
Right. Remember, Levi was prepared in January.
Right.
So maybe he could have overtrained. Maybe he had already plateaued. Who knows? I like Levi. He's my buddy, and I'm interested to see what's going on in his mind because he even looks frustrated up against the
I think just...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the official judge's decision. And tonight's decision is brought to you by CageCraze.com. All three judges scored about 29-28 for a unanimous decision for your fighter out of the blue corner, Levi Rose.
Levi Rose comes out on top.
Chris, that was a real close fight. I mean, I don't know if I had to judge it that I could have given it to Levi, but the judges did. What do you think a score on a fight like that would be?
That's what I expected to be, 29-28. I thought Rose was able to control the first two rounds. He looked, to me, he looked like a veteran out there. He seemed like he wasn't feeling his best, and he still knew exactly what he had to do to win the fight. And that's what he did the first two rounds. The third one, you could tell he was tired. And he kind of got beat that round. It was still pretty close, but he definitely lost the third round in my opinion. And kind of worried about him getting submitted at the end. It's like, hey, you've been doing good the first two rounds, but he did a good job of just being a veteran and knowing exactly what he had to do, not wasting any energy, and he did enough to get the victory.
Well, there you go. 3 rounds to 2 or 2 rounds to 1.
That's right.
That's a win.